now. She still has a lot of questions in relation to her life, which she herself can't answer. And I got that from a blog that she posted on her Facebook page and tweeted on Twitter. I was kind of, in question of, was she sure of the direction she wanted to take her life in? And I determined that obviously she wasn't. I kind of analyzed how Emily was feeling when she posted that blog. She seemed to be very depressed in that blog for some reason. I sensed that she was a little bit depressed when she was telling everybody about the project she had coming up. There's one of those things that you can do as a radio host and columnist. One of the gifts that you have, one of the gifts that you possess, is the ability to decipher something that's written in a blog. And I've been able to decipher things that have been written in blogs for years. I've been able to predict suicides. I've been able to predict, illnesses. I've been able to predict signs of depression. And I can kind of predict that there's some sort of depression or some kind of, cloud that's looming over Emily Osment that's been unable to be lifted for quite some time. I don't know what is the cause of it. I don't know if it's because of pressure, like it's been, fallen victims of Demi Lovato and Dwayne Johnson. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on inside the mind of Emily Osment or the head of Emily Osment, but hopefully she's not being a victim of depression like Demi Lovato was back in November of 2011, 2012, and then she lost her role with Disney because of it, had to go on hiatus. And, of course, Miley Cyrus, of course, going AWOL. Nobody knows what happened to her. So many questions left unanswered in the entertainment industry. Hopefully Emily isn't suffering from some of the fates of people like Demi and others who fall within that category. I remember when Demi went into rehab, and I was really depressed over that. So when I saw Demi Lovato come out of rehab, I was really happy about that because I was putting her over on this radio show in my blog so much. It was unbelievable. Really proud of how far Demi Lovato came, and hopefully Emily Osment will stay on the right path. That's one thing that I'm hoping for Emily with the release of Young and Hungry, and that's one thing that I'm hoping for all of you fans who have supported Emily Osment for all the years that you have. There's no reason why you should turn against Emily for some of the choices she's made in her previous career choices in the earlier years of her career, or why you should turn against Emily Osment for the choice to be as the lead actress in the movie Young and Hungry, produced by Ashley Tisdale's production company, Blondie Girl Productions, of course. Info of this is all over Ashley Tisdale's official website, ashleytisdale.com. Really like the layout, by the way, of Ashley Tisdale's new website. I've seen various layouts of Ashley Tisdale's website, but this new layout that she has, very professional. I don't know who designs this website, but it's very professional, very organized, and it's one thing I really respect about web developers, how organized a website is. Really appreciate organization with a website. And everything Ashley Tisdale does, all her projects, all her movie roles, all her upcoming events, they're all categorized in various sections of her website. Very easy navigation. You can find info on Young and Hungry over at ashleytisdale.com. Really appreciate what the web developers of ashleytisdale.com have put in to this website. An outstanding effort, a 5-star production of Ashley Tisdale's official website from Blondie Girl Productions. You can expect Young and Hungry, and I'm hoping it's going to be dropped on Blu-ray and DVD because this is a movie that deserves a great review, and I hope that more people make time to review this movie in a more positive way. I know that I was doing it before Christmas on blogtalkradio.com, talking about this movie and how much of a probable future I thought that Emily and all the cast members of the movie and all the support the movie was going to receive because of this, and I still believe it. And I think that, years after the movie is released from theaters to Blu-ray and DVD, I think years from now people are still going to be talking about it in a very profitable way. There's no reason why somebody can't find time to talk about this in a profitable way and give it the great review that it deserves, like I am choosing to do. So if you like this video, share it on your Facebook page, tweet it out on your Twitter, let people know about our radio show and what we're talking about. We really do appreciate the publicity that you guys give us. I mentioned the Emily Osment fan pages on Facebook and Twitter earlier on in the show. I know when I was posting Emily Osment trailers on our Facebook and especially on Twitter, the fan pages over in Europe and the UK were all over Emily Osment and the conversation that I was kind of bringing back after putting her on hiatus for years to make room to talk about Victoria Justice, Miranda Cosgrove, and Ariana Grande, and I've kind of brought her back. So when I brought her back on the show in the way of conversation on our Facebook and Twitter, everybody responded to it in such a phenomenal way. They were sharing our tweets on Twitter. They were posting our posts on Facebook, sharing our status. It was amazing. So if you want to share it on your Facebook page, tweet it on your Twitter, let people know. about our radio show, share our content, you're more than welcome to do it because we support your content and share yours. So likewise, we expect you to kind of return the favor, not kind of giving you any hints there. Don't mean to drop any hints, but we do love when you give us publicity. So any publicity, as I've said over the years, is good publicity. So if you like this video, post it on your Facebook page, share it on your Facebook pages. Let people know what HEW Entertainment Radio, the internet's #1 variety radio show, is talking about, streaming to over 1,000 subscribers weekly on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment. You can follow our show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke 1 with over 36,000 tweets archived for you, with 1,000 videos uploaded, with over 51,000 channel views. You're watching HEW Entertainment Radio on YouTube, and you can subscribe to our YouTube videos converted in podcast format over at podnova.com and sign up for our form by heading over to our official website and filling out a few details on a very short field. It takes 90 seconds to register for our form. Once you've gotten registration out of the way, you can sign in with the account you've created and get in on the conversation. It's very much appreciated when you share our content. Earlier on in the show, we talked about such things like the photoshopped images of Beyonce and Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea is said to be taking a break from social media. How do you feel about that? Iggy Azalea on Twitter at Iggy Azalea, and on Facebook at the same Iggy Azalea, with millions of fans on her Facebook page who have subscribed and millions of followers on Twitter, making her one of the top followed celebrities in the world on social media, now taking a break. I said earlier on the show, if it wasn't Beyonce or Iggy, it was going to be somebody else. I talked about how we had things like the Oscars coming up on Sunday and all the categories that people have been nominated for. Meryl Streep nominated for her role in Into the Woods. We've got B-Mac from Big Hero 6, which is actually dropping on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital download on Tuesday, up for an award along with a lot of other animated characters. Very interesting ballad this year for the Oscars of 2015. B-Mac, who would have thought it, from Big Hero 6, making the ballot of award nominees for a very important category, I guess, in his mind and the minds of the Disney animators out there. The Oscars are on Sunday. They're going to be hosted by Neil Patrick Harris. If you haven't voted, go to Oscar.com. And I talked about Nick Jonas, news being broken on entertainment news websites, news being released of how Nick Jonas will host the 2015 edition of the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, following in the footsteps of Mark Wahlberg, who has hosted the award show last year along with the American Authors, who headlined it. But I'm going to take you back a few years ago when the Jonas Brothers released their version of Busted's The Year 3000. This is a really good remake, and how they talk about how their album outsold Kelly Clarkson by the year 3000. We're going to go back to when Nick Jonas was a part of that group with Kevin and Joe. Joe Jonas almost made it to the top of the top 40 American Billboard chart with See No More, but not quite, not in the way of Nick Jonas. The both Jonas Brothers are said to be very envious of Nick Jonas. I wonder how they feel about him being the host of the 2015 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. I really don't know. Probably even more envious than when his single went to the top of the charts, Jealous. The Jealous singer, who is going to be the envy of the Jonas Brothers for at least a little bit longer now that he's the host of the 2015 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Here they are with the remake of Busted's The Year 3000, and I will see you next week.
Like what you hear? Tell us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
One day when I came home at lunchtime, I heard a funny noise. Went out to the backyard to find out if we was one of those rowdy boys. Stood there with my neighbor called Peter in a flux capacitor. He told me he built a time machine, like wanted to film a scene. Yeah, he said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine, doing fine. He took me to the future in the flux thing, and I saw everything. Boy bands, and another one, and another one, and another one. And girls there with round hair like Star Wars, and float up on the floor. And we drove around in a time machine, like what in a film I've seen. He said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine. much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine, doing fine. He said, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine, doing fine. He said, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine, doing fine. So I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine, doing fine.
Don't go anywhere. HEW Entertainment Radio will return with the latest news, music, interviews, discussion, and Jonathan Clarke next.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's